The presentation objectives cover the 4 factors guiding marriage, which are covenant commitment, grace, empowerment, and intimacy. We'll then be talking about sexual infidelity, and finally, how do we as counselors provide guidance and support. A covenant commitment mirrors the purpose and permanence of God's relationship with us. It is the metaphor of the marriage covenant that helps us to understand the purpose and permanence of our marital relationships. From Genesis to Revelation, the Bible intertwines God's marriage covenant to His people with our marriage covenant to our spouses. Human marriages are meant to be like God's marriage covenant to His people in purpose and permanence. Monogamous, lifelong marriage is God's ideal context for authentic sexuality. When covenant love permeates every aspect of life, it permeates marital sexuality as well. In the giving and receiving of 2 whole selves, spouses reach the deepest levels of knowing and being known. The more secure a couple is in the relationship, the more complete and satisfying the sexual response. In a marital covenant, God provides us the opportunity to truly know ourselves, one's own identity, so that we can share ourselves more deeply, known as intimacy. Knowing yourself fully, differentiation, allows you the capacity to lose yourself in the embrace of your loved one. It is in this scenario that one can find a mysterious one flesh unity of body, spirit, and soul. Differentiation in the marital context is the ability to maintain a clear sense of self in close proximity to one's spouse. It is the ability to soothe personal fears and anxieties, meaning to self-regulate, from within the self. It is the ability to be non-reactive to the anxiety of the spouse, and it is the ability to tolerate both the struggle and discomfort of marital discord in order to grow toward a healthy interdependence. The next factor in guiding marriage is grace. And grace is the love and mercy given to us by God, because God desires us to have it, not because of anything we have done to earn it. When couples place a priority on grace, differences become paths of deeper understanding that enhance sexual connections. While the covenant commitment provides security, grace establishes an atmosphere in which spouses can reach their full potential. When grace offers acceptance and forgiveness, the couple can freely accept themselves and each other sexually. When one desires to know their spouse deeply, there must be a willingness to know about that person's hurts, failures, and pains, as well as successes, rewards, and victories. Grace is the environment that helps heal the painful wounds of a spouse who has experienced traumatic sexual events in the past. One important component of grace is mercy. Mercy allows spouses to soften the harshness of differences instead of holding grudges. Misunderstandings and blunders that are part of every human relationship need to be forgiven so the couple can move on to better places. As God chooses to forgive us, we must learn to forgive others. The gracing attitude helps the spouses see their differences as an opportunity for growth. Putting the priority on grace, differences become paths of deeper understanding that enhance sexual connections. The third factor in guiding marriages is empowerment. In successful marriages, each spouse has the opportunity to embolden the other's strengths while minimizing their weaknesses. When mutual empowerment leads to mature differentiation, our relationship interdependence and sexual unity becomes a reality. Mutuality is an empowering principle of marital sex. Mutuality is not a matter of either spouse acting only out of their own needs, but of finding ways to incorporate the needs of their spouse as well. Balanced mutual sexual desire is critical in authentic marital sexuality. Each spouse has a separate body with separate sexual desires, and therefore they must be able to work out a mutual satisfying sexual relationship. True desire, pleasure, and emotional satisfaction is achieved when the sexual response is of choice and not obligation. Empowering love comes out of vulnerability and strength, rather than out of control and weakness. The empowering principle seeks the full potential of each spouse through asynchronous rhythm of interaction and interdependence. The final factor in guiding a marriage is intimacy. It is the bold action of giving oneself and receiving the other in an exciting interaction that maximizes emotional and sexual intimacy. A Christian married couple is called to enter intimately into the kind of total commitment existing between Christ and His church. Such a commitment makes possible the blending of two lives into an existential union of marital interrelationship where they grow together in loving unity and fidelity. Intimacy flourishes when spouses provide the ability to know and be known. The cornerstone of intimacy is found in communication through body language, overt physical behavior, symbolic gestures, and oral and written language. For true intimacy to be present in a relationship, women should take greater responsibility for their sexual satisfaction, and men should make a stronger link between sexual and emotional intimacy. For the remainder of the presentation, I will discuss marital infidelity and what we as counselors should do to provide guidance and strength in these difficult situations. In the background of these slides, you will hear a song titled "Don't Write the Ending" by Brian Davis. I feel that it speaks directly to this subject matter.
There are some who say that there's no hope left. Go ahead, cut your losses and move along. There are some who say that it's a lost cause, because you're holding on to a love that isn't there. But please don't write the ending, and please don't take the last word. There's still so much more to say. And please don't write the ending, and please don't put your pen down. There's still so much more worth fighting for. There are some who say that it's all over now, but I won't believe that this is how it has to end. There are some who say that there's no way around, but hold my hand and we can walk through anything. And please don't write the ending, please don't take the last word. There's still so much more to say. And please don't write the ending, and please don't put your pen down. There's still so much more worth fighting for. And please don't write the ending, and please don't take the last word. There's still so much more to say. And please don't write the ending. Please don't put your pen down. There's still so much more we're fighting for.